Hey guys, so today I want to make a browser comparison here between the default browser on the Galaxy Note 3 and the Safari browser in iOS 7 here on my iPhone 5S. So let's begin. So let's see here if we do have everything else closed down. Okay, great. So we just have the browser loaded up at the moment. So let's just fire it up. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna notice here is that the default browser here on the Galaxy Note 3 goes instantly into a full screen mode. So you can't see the top bar. Oh my god. Let's see, can we change that? So the default mode is full screen. So if you want to see the top bar, you can just do it like that. Sweet. Over here on the iPhone, of course, we already see the top and everything. And you can see here in the new iOS 7 that it's very, very clean up here at the top. You just have one simple bar there and a reload button. Take some time to load here. There we go. And then you do have forward and back buttons. You do have a share button here where you can share with all of your favorite stuff. You do have your reading list, stuff you can save so you can read later. You also have bookmarks, and then you do have, of course, the tab section here, which is kind of like inspired, I think, from Google Chrome's browser in Android. And then you also can see the private mode down there. Over here, it's a little bit different. Yeah, one cool thing here with iOS 7 is that you kind of can like cache the page you were on before, so you don't have to like reload. If you're gonna go back to another page that you already were on, it's already like cached that page, it seems, so you can instantly go back by swiping. Pretty awesome, pretty neat stuff. Here you do have forward and back buttons, but I'm not sure how they were thinking here, why they don't make like a menu down here like Apple did, because it just looks extremely cluttered up here. Even though this phone has a bigger display than the iPhone, you still can't see the full website. So you can see that Apple made it a little bit clever. They didn't bring www, and this just looks so much more clean up there at the top. Here it just looks retarded. How you can't even see the full page, even though this has a bigger display than an iPhone ever will have. I mean, that's freaking retarded. I'm sure how were they thinking? I mean, come on, man. You do have normal reload button, of course. And then you do have the tab system, which is very, very slow here. Oh, the tab system looks a little bit different here inside of the Note phone compared to earlier Galaxy devices. So let's see here, new URL. You can see how slow the tab system is. It's pretty retarded, but it really is slow. I click, then I have to wait a few seconds. They kind of like want to speed up that. They definitely have made this system probably a little bit better, but still they can make so many more improvements. Compared to the iPhone, yeah, they could make so many improvements. You do have a button here where you can add like bookmarks or go to bookmarks, or browse the history. We're not going to do that. You might see some porn. That would be bad. So when we go in here, you can here have access here also to the incognito mode, which is like a private mode. So that's awesome. Let's take a look here at the performance. Of course, you're going to notice that there's a big difference between these two devices in terms of screen size. You can see so much more here is with the bigger display, of course. In terms of rendering here, I think Apple still is a little bit sharper in terms of rendering the full pages. You can see here when we're doing this super quick, it has to re-render a little bit. The web browser is a little bit there, versus here you really don't see anything of that. So Apple's still a little bit better at that, at rendering pages. You do have some interesting features though inside of the Galaxy Note 3. You do get the same features as you do get in S4, that you can hover over the screen and get like sort of like a preview of what's going on without not having the need to zoom in. So pretty epic stuff. I don't even touch the display right now, and you can zoom in just by holding your finger over the display. Not quite sure how that works, but it's pretty high tech. It's pretty hardcore. Pretty awesome stuff. You do have this thing. You can't scroll with your hand, only in emails it seems on Note 3, but you can in the S4, from what I did see. You do have this also, that it will recognize when I'm looking at the display, and I can just tilt my head to go up and down on the page. So right now I'm just looking at the display, and then I take my head down, I take it up, I take it down, and I take it up. And it works extremely good actually, but I'm not really sure if you would use it that much. But I can never see that, you know, some people, maybe if they don't have any hands or something, then that's pretty useful if you want to do that. It's pretty awesome stuff. Let's go here and see when we scroll up and down. So you can see it's still kind of retarded here on the iPhone. If we are at the bottom of the screen here on both, and we go up, I mean, I also almost get to the top here on the Note 3. Here I only get a tiny bit. I have to, when I scroll, I have to just go up and up and up and up and up and up. So much swiping. Yeah, here you can only do one quick swipe and you are almost at the bottom of the page. So extremely useful there. Definitely advantage there that the Note 3 has. In terms of loading pages here, it still seems like the iPhone is better. This one's still trying to render some stuff. Could also be because of different flash ads here, of course. Oops. One thing here, which is pretty cool now when we're going to render the page back, is that on the iPhone you can swipe from the side. Let's see here. Okay, you can't swipe from this area. Okay, weird. What? Can't you do it here? Okay, let's run on. Just tap to go back. You can see there, way quicker rendering. Also there on the iPhone. Load it up here, also quicker. Just tap to go back, and you can see that it is a pretty big difference there in rendering the page. But is that really gonna be that of a big deal? Probably not. I mean, come on, man. But still, it is quicker. When we are, I mean, zoomed out of this and reading an article, I mean, it is so much easier to do it there on the Galaxy Note 3. But I'm not gonna say that the display is very good here on the iPhone, very bright. So it probably has some better reading outdoor and indoor on the iPhone. You do have reading mode here on both devices, so you can see that it's also loading up quickly on the iPhone. So when you just want to read the text of an article and also want to have to see the ads, this is an awesome mode. And you can see that on the Note 3 here you have a problem that you can go on the side, and that could be a little bit annoying that it's trying to go to the side here, versus the iPhone that you can't go to the side. So use a very simple and smooth scrolling up and down to read all the text and see, of course, all of the pictures. A little bit random. Why is it trying to go here to the side? I don't know. I just don't know. Just go back one page, and you can see here when we are switching back to page earlier, I mean, we're already back on the iPhone. So way better there on the iPhone. And I'm just trying to be honest here. I mean, the iPhone is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome browser. But the display, that's a big problem with those iPhones. One thing here that's very useful in Note 3, of course, is the desktop view. If you always want to load a website like GSM Arena in the desktop view, you can just enable that, and that's not just going to happen with this website, of course. It's going to happen to all websites if you do like the desktop view. Especially if you're on a Note phone, it's kind of useful. It's kind of useful. So you yourself kind of decide which the winner is. For me, overall, I just have to say that must be the Note, mainly because of the size. That it is so easier to read everything on a 5.7-inch display versus a 4-inch display. And the performance is really, really better here, it seems, on the Note 3 compared to the S4, I'm pretty sure. Because it feels butter smooth, and also some of the transitions also seems to be very, very optimized. So just quickly look at that. Hopefully you have enjoyed it a little bit. Have a good day.